Hey guys, it is Arika Misha. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And as you guys can see by the title of today's video, today I'm going to talk about such a disappointment. Such a disappointment. And let me read my notes so you guys can understand what I mean by that. I was talking to God the other day about a situation in my life that I was dealing with. It seemed like the situation hadn't changed. The same old, and I was tired of it. And I had wanted to see the change. I had wanted to see the situation change. I was praying to God and I was telling him how the situation hadn't changed. And God said the situation won't change because of me. I had to change in order for the situation to change. It was such a disappointment to find out all that time that I had wasted about the situation. And basically what God was telling me is a lot of times we want the situation to change, but God wants us to change the way we're looking at the situation. A lot of times we think things are for our bad. This ain't good for me. This ain't working out for me. And really, that's what God wants. God wants the situation to be what it is. And God said to me, he said, you're not looking at this situation right. God said, you keep praying to me, you keep praying to me, you keep praying to me about the situation. God said, but you're not looking at it right. You're not looking at the situation. God said, you change. And then the way you look at the situation will change. And I was like, God, I don't know about that. I'm being honest. I said, God, I don't know about that. It looked the same to me. And God said, you change and the situation will change. How you look at it will change. And I thought about that. I was like, okay, let me see. And I prayed and I said, God, whatever you feel I need to change at, how I look at the situation, I need to change that. God, I need you to help me. Help me look at it different. Help me, God. That's what I said. And I began to pray, and over time, it wasn't overnight. Over time, it was some weeks, y'all. It was some weeks over time, because I kept looking at the situation. I'm like, what am I not seeing? I'm not understanding. It's the same. Ain't nothing changed. And then I said, okay, God said, look through my spirit and look at it through my spiritual eye. Don't look at it in the natural. Look through my spiritual eye. And I said, okay, God. Took a deep breath, and I prayed, and I prayed some more. And God began to minister to me, and God began to tell me, see, you're looking at the situation this way, but it's really this way. In the natural, that's what it looked like. God said, but spiritually, this is what I'm doing. And I'm telling you, once God put that thing through my spiritual eye for my spirit woman to understand it and to understand what God was doing, I felt better about the situation. I really did. A lot of times we look at things in the natural, and it's such a disappointment. It's such a disappointment when we look at things in the natural. We walk by faith and not by sight. It's such a disappointment, a lot of times when we look at things through the natural. And God don't want us to look at things through the natural. He don't want us looking at things through the natural eye. He don't. I mean, some things, of course, hello, we're human, we're flesh, so God wants us to see things naturally. I'm not saying with everything got to be spiritual. That's not what I'm saying. But this situation that God was talking to me about and dealing with me about, God was saying, I really need you to look at this through your spiritual eye, not your natural eye. Because I was like, God, I'm looking at it, it ain't changing. I've been looking at it for months, it ain't changing. What's going on? And God said, because you're looking at it wrong. Look at it through your spiritual eye. And I'm telling you, the moment I did that and I understood and I looked at it through my spiritual eye, I said, okay, God. I kind of laughed a little bit and I said, okay, God, I got it. And that's what we got to do, when things don't look right to us and we're not understanding, just say, okay, I'm looking at this through the natural and this don't look right. This looks impossible, or whatever it looks like to you. We have to look through that spiritual eye and say, hey, okay, God, I see what you're doing here. I see, okay. I appreciate that, God is amazing. God is amazing. I thank God for showing me that all this time. I've been looking at it in the natural. I got to look at it through my spiritual eye. And it was better. It was clear as day. I was like, okay. And you know what? I've left the situation with God. It's a spiritual situation. I've left it with the man himself. So that's what God wanted me to come and talk about today. It can be such a disappointment, you know, when we look at things through the natural eye, but we have to look at them through our spiritual eye and pray and ask God, really pray and ask God which eye we need to be looking at it at, you know, the natural or spirit, you know, we got to pray and ask God for that. But I thank God for being God all by himself. I thank God for his love, his grace, and mercy. I thank God for providing for me and my family. I thank God for making a way out of no way for us. I thank God for always being here every day, never leaving me. I thank God for his protection over my family, my friends, everybody. I thank God for loving me. I thank God for accepting me in spite of my flaws. I thank God for loving me in spite of my imperfections. I thank God for being God. I really do. I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to go in the description box, click on the link to my second channel, guys. Over there I'm doing hair, makeup, nails, DIYs, family vlogs, grocery hauls, Amazon ordering. I do so much stuff, guys. It's just my life. It really is my life, and I'm just sharing it with you guys that it may help someone, guys. I'm just here to help and to be God's servant. That's what I'm here for. I am put here, God put us here for his purpose and his purpose only. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. God bless.